My name is Arvind Kala and I live in Delhi. When I see the Gandhi family and its claustrophobic closeness, I wonder if the whole family is delusional. In layman's terms, a delusional man is somebody who believes something which is completely contradicted by facts and contradicted by rational argument. Now, this description fits Rahul Gandhi perfectly. He's like a batsman who's out hit wicket every time he goes into bat, but he's convinced that the next time he's going to score a century. I mean, look at Rahul Gandhi's career. In the last 7 years, he's led his party to defeat after defeat. Across India, the Congress has lost. It has lost MLAs. It has lost party men. It has lost credibility. It has lost everything. But Rahul Gandhi's confidence himself remains unshaken. Do you see his body language even after a defeat? He smirks. He smirks with his hands in his pockets and he walks purposefully. The only trouble is, where is he walking purposefully to? To the loo, to do susu. And that is a mission he always accomplishes. And the whole family suffers from this. Priyanka or Sonia Gandhi, she doesn't dissuade the kids from politics. She's there. And in a way, I don't blame Rahul in a sense, or Priyanka. You know, these people, the boy and girl siblings belong to the most privileged family in India. Not only did Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi lord it over the robotic Manmohan Singh for 10 long years, from 2004 to 2014. Before that, Rahul Gandhi's father, Rajiv Gandhi, was a prime minister. Before that, his grandmother was prime minister. Before that, the great-grandfather was prime minister. So this guy's really had it good. And in a way, Sonia is entitled because she's had it equally good. She got married to Rajiv Gandhi when she was 21. Today she's 75, meaning she's been in this family for 54 long years. Now, if as a young bride you come and you're the daughter-in-law of Indira Gandhi, and subsequently you lord it over and your husband is the thing, naturally she started thinking of herself as a Gandhi. And they don't realize that their time is gone. And their time is gone. Whenever I see, but every time Rahul Gandhi is ready to do battle, the only thing is, his abiding image in my mind is he's at the head of an army, like in a Mahabharata tale, and he's on a horse. The only trouble is that he's sitting on the horse ulta with his face toward the horse's tail. That's the story of this. And his confidence is unshaken because there's a Hindi saying which says, Rassi jal gayi, lekin bal nahi gaya. It means, in English, it means a rope with a knot. It burns, but the knot doesn't go. So in the same sense, the Gandhis, they've been losing and losing and losing and losing, but they still think they're going to win. Because that's the entitlement, that's their legal, moral, ethical right. And nothing gets into their thick skulls. Now look at the reality on the ground and how far away this family is from reality. They may be suffering from a delusional disorder, they say. Psychiatrists define it as that. Now the Congress hasn't ruled UP for 37 years. It hasn't ruled West Bengal for 44 years. It hasn't ruled Bihar for 32 years. It's been missing from Gujarat for 32 years. Meaning they don't exist on the ground. But the family doesn't realize it. It is so entitled. And this is the trouble. And look at their choice of leaders. Do you know who the leader of the Lok Sabha Congress in the Lok Sabha is? It's Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, a forgettable fellow. You can't understand what he says. He's an MP from West Bengal. And he has led the Congress in West Bengal to disaster after disaster. Do you know how the Congress fared in this last assembly election in Bengal? They got 0 seats from 44 seats earlier. They came down from 44 to 0. And the Lok Sabha tally there came down from 4 to 2. Now, why was Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary chosen? Because he's a psycho friend. He's a yes man. He'll meet the Gandhis and tell them how brilliant they are. But why couldn't Shashi Tharoor have been chosen? A slick, very intelligent fellow, loaded guy, top honcho of the UN. Why not him? But the Gandhis only want a chamcha. That is all. And they're just ensuring one defeat after another, one defeat after another. In fact, there's a persistent, the way, all the Toon School crowd, RPN Singh and Jitin Prasad and all these people, children of Toon School, colleagues of Rajiv Gandhi, etc., etc., they're all deserting the Congress. Now, a fellow like Madhav Jyoti Scindia could have remained in the Congress if the Congress had said, made him Congress president. All India Congress president, then he'd see a future. Hey, once I have an All India this thing, the same thing with Sachin Pilot. The family rewards nobody but itself. No wonder it is assailed by desertions. In fact, there's a persistent rumor in Delhi that Robert Vadra himself may join the BJP. On one condition, that they don't prosecute him for his ill-gotten gains. For that matter, even the Gandhis will bolt to the BJP if they're told that their misdeeds will not be investigated. So it's a very, very sad situation, and I really think that this Gandhi family suffers from a delusional disorder. They're just not in touch with reality. And that the trouble with this delusional disorder is you can't differentiate between the real and what you imagine. What you imagine you think is real. And so the reality never hits you on the head. So the Congress is just doomed. The Gandhis, their time is over. I think they're going to know as soon as they lose in Punjab. So, well, friends, you know what to do. And I thought I would say all this. And please forward it to everybody you know. And if you're watching this on YouTube, press the red subscriber button below. I'll say farewell to you. See you later, alligator.